Hello, everyone, and thank you for being here. If you have tuned in to probably one of the most boring videos you'll see, but I enjoy it. And if I want to get on here and talk, then I'm just going to talk to my community. Some of you have been here since almost the beginning, and you reach out when you don't hear from me, and that really touches my heart, and I appreciate you so much. I'm not in this for the money. I'm just in this to make friends, and so we can chit chat back and forth. So the first thing I'd like to talk about today is the fact that when I first moved, I don't know what moving has to do with it, but when like 3 years ago, I was making videos and I would upload them and boom, they'd be on YouTube immediately. And then a couple of years ago, I started having glitches and they wouldn't upload and they wouldn't, be like they'd get stuck at 50%. And I know things happen. I troubleshooted all the ways. I Googled it. I have recently chat GPT'd it to find out, what am I doing wrong? What are my settings? I've done everything. I've even, spun a rubber chicken around my head and did a chant to make it work. And it's 3 days ago now I did a video and I was pretty proud of it. It was only 15 minutes long, so it's not like it's a huge file. And it said it was uploading for 2 days. It said it was uploading, and at 2 days it was at 52% uploaded, and that's ridiculous. So I finally got frustrated with it yesterday, and I just deleted the video and decided to do this. And then instead of sending it through my phone to upload, maybe going through the laptop, I'm going to try that today, and hopefully you'll see this. So I went to the doctor recently, just a routine check. Found out that my blood pressure is worrisomely high. And so he changed around some medicines and stuff. So we'll see what happens there. So that's an update on that. So far, after my last skin cancer surgeries in the summer, I've been good. Keep a close eye, and she can just freeze things off as I go in. So no surgeries there since August. And it was a big one. It was in my ear, and there was a skin graft done in the cartilage, and it was a thing. So that's behind me. And then I hurt my knee, and this is really aggravating because I think it's a knee strain from everything I can figure out. And the doctor sent me for an x-ray, and the reason for the x-ray he put was knee strain. So, all the bony stuff was perfectly normal, which I could have told him that because I can tell it's soft tissue injury. And it's going on 4 weeks, and I've heard that it can take like 6 or 8 for that to heal up. And some days I have really good days, and other days I had not so much. And the last couple have been not so much. But I'm working on that, and I have to go back January 12th, I think it was, for another blood pressure check and a check on this knee. And I think I might be, the way he talked, in line for an injection in my knee, which I would much rather do than have the MRI. And, when I first hurt it and I couldn't put any weight on it, my mind, always anxious, had me in surgery. It's crazy being in my head sometimes. So we'll see what happens there. Good thoughts, please. And then I wanted to share some products with you that I have been enjoying. And if you have gotten to the point where your hair is thinning, and some is worse than others, I know that. Some needs medical help even to get it going, if that will even work. Well, I look at pictures of myself from about 2 or 3 years ago, and I had a lot of hair. I mean, it was short, but I had a lot of hair. And then I noticed about a year ago that the drain catcher thing that I have in the shower, it was always like, had a lot of hair in it. I had to empty it about every day, every other day, because there was a lot of hair falling out and being caught by that thing. And I thought, this is not good. And when I would brush it, I would just see the hair like fall like snow. And I'd have to vacuum the bathroom, to get it up. I mean, I make it sound like it was, you know, falling out like drastically, but over time, I was really losing a lot of hair. And so I decided to just try some different things, and I noticed that my hair was getting pretty dry. So at night, after I take my makeup off and brush my hair out, I have been putting this coconut oil. It's called Nourishing Coconut Oil by OGX. OGX makes some good products. I mean, they work for me. So I've been putting this on until, just with my fingers going through my hair with that at night. And I swear, by the time I get back into the living room, get my pajamas on and get back in there, it's all soaked in. So it definitely needed some moisture. I think that's one thing that helped. Another thing that helped is I switched to this OGX biotin and collagen shampoo. It works for me. It gives me volume, and you just need a very little teeny tiny bit. It claims that it gives you volume and texture, and it does for me. It does work. So I've been using those two things for my hair, and it seems like I've had some improvement. And then I was at Walmart one day, which I'm into wax melts now, and I've got wax melt burners all over my house, and I can't get to Walmart because I can't walk through the store because my knee. So anyway, we'll get there. I ordered groceries one day, and I ordered some wax melts to come with the order, and they said they didn't have the ones that I wanted, but I could go in there and find them, so I don't know. Anyhow, so anyway, I was at Walmart one day, and I found Nature's Bounty. I've been taking Nature's Bounty gummy chews for hair, skin, and nails for literally years, but it didn't seem like it was doing anything. And then I noticed that this one came out, and I could be, not knowing what I'm talking about or whatever. Maybe they've had this out for years, but I've never seen it. So I thought I'd give it a try because it's specifically for hair growth. And you take 2 in the morning, and they taste pretty good. It says it's clinically shown to help grow thicker, fuller hair, which is what I was after. And because I was trying, if you've been here a minute, I was trying to grow my hair out. And I had grown it out to about here, trying to get to the bob, length or stage. And I had to go to my girl and have her just cut it short and texturize it for me because it was getting so thin. It just did not look right with that haircut. So I had to go back to a pixie. But this, I'm telling you, within 2 weeks, I noticed a difference. I don't know if it had to be this, because I had been using the shampoo and the coconut oil before. And then when I added this, within 2 weeks, I noticed that I could brush my hair. I didn't have it all falling down in front of my face. The drain catcher in the shower, I don't have to empty it, but maybe every 4, 5, 6 days. I mean, it's not every day or every other day like I was having to. I did have to empty it today, and it was really very little. I could just see the hair, and so I needed to, clean it up, but very little hair was in there. So, I am so, so grateful for that. So grateful for that, because I don't think that any of us, want to have real thinned out hair. I was getting to a point where, I was telling my daughter, I can't wear a wig. They just drive me crazy. When I did chemo and my hair fell out, someone bought me a wig, and bless their heart, I thanked them for it. However, I just couldn't do it. I just couldn't do it. It felt like my head was all wrapped up in something all the time. So I knew I couldn't go down that route. And I don't think any of us want to be bald, So I am planning on and hoping that what I'm doing will continue to work. Then, if you're like me in the wintertime, we are in line for this. Today is December 13th, I think. And we're in line for this big snowstorm to come through. We're supposed to get 6+ inches, I think. And then it's going to be a polar vortex and go down to 19 below zero with the wind chill. It's not going to be fun around here. So we're snowbound. But in the wintertime, my lips really take a beating, and I don't understand why necessarily. But just regular lip gloss or Burt's Bees gloss that people just put on, you know. Sorry, I've got a little bit of a runny nose too. It just doesn't work for me. I need something with some substance. I need something thicker that's just gonna stay on my lips. And so I found this Lifter gloss by Maybelline. And here's what it looks like. This one's bubblegum, and I have it on right now. And I've got one that's a little redder, and then I've got one that's darker. But the reason I like it is because it's, for one thing, it stays on, and it's thick enough that it coats my lips and keeps them nice and soft and moist. I know everyone hates the word moist, sorry. But it works for me, and I don't have to keep reapplying it, you know, 10 times a day, or carry the tube in my pocket and keep, you know, because those little ones they just don't work for me. But these really do. So if you have that same issue, you could try that if you want, and let me know if you like it too. So I am going to wrap this up. I'm going to go to the computer. I'm going to try and upload this, and hopefully you will see it. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.